The Narina Trogon is a member of the Trogonidae family, which includes birds known for their vibrant plumage. The name Narina is thought to have originated from a Khorasan word meaning flower, referencing its stunning appearance. It was named by French ornithologist François Levaillant in honor of a Khorasan woman named Narina who guided him during his travels in Africa. The Narina Trogon inhabits a variety of environments, typically favoring areas with dense vegetation. It can be found in primary and secondary forests, especially in lowland and montane areas. It often resides in forest edges and riverine woodlands. Coastal thickets and bushveld regions are also common habitats. The color of the male, the head and upperparts is iridescent green with a metallic sheen, extending over the crown, nape, and back. The breast and belly is bright crimson or scarlet, creating a vivid contrast with the green upperparts. The thigh are dark blue-green, with the underside appearing grayish. The wings is brownish with fine barring, creating a more subdued appearance compared to the vibrant body. The face is dark green with a small, yellow-orange eye ring. The female's head and upperparts is duller green, often appearing olive or brownish green. The breast and belly is warm brown or rust-colored, instead of the male's striking crimson. The tail and wings are similar to the male, but generally less vivid. It is a medium-sized bird, measuring approximately 32 to 34 centimeters in length. Their weight are about 70 to 100 grams. The body shape is compact and slightly stocky, with a short neck and broad body. The tail is long and square-tipped, aiding in balance while perching. The beak is short and stout, slightly hooked at the tip, adapted for catching insects and consuming fruit. The legs and feet are small and weak, typical of trogons, as they are not ground foragers and rely on perching. The Narina Trogon has soft, silky feathers, which help it blend seamlessly into its forested surroundings. Despite its striking coloration, it is surprisingly well camouflaged in the dappled light of its habitat, especially when sitting motionless. This combination of brilliant colors, unique dimorphism between sexes, and graceful build makes the Narina Trogon one of Africa's most exquisite and sought-after birds to observe. The Narina Trogon is a shy bird that often remains still for long periods, blending into the dense foliage of its habitat. Despite its vivid colors, its ability to perch quietly and inconspicuously makes it difficult to spot. It is primarily solitary or found in pairs, especially during the breeding season. It does not form flocks and is rarely seen in large groups. Narina Trogons are territorial, particularly during the breeding season. They defend their area with soft, resonant calls. The Narina Trogon exhibits unique flight behaviors that reflect its preference for dense, forested habitats. On short distances, the Narina Trogon is not a strong, long-distance flyer. Instead, it prefers short bursts of flight between trees or branches. Its flight is generally direct and swift, with no unnecessary acrobatics. Undulating flight: the bird's flight pattern is slightly undulating, with brief periods of flapping followed by gliding. This characteristic is more pronounced when covering moderate distances across open areas. Low-altitude flying: it tends to stay at low to medium heights within the forest canopy, avoiding open skies. The bird often moves horizontally from one perch to another rather than soaring upwards. The Narina Trogon uses a hunting technique called sallying. It perches quietly on a branch, scanning for prey. When prey is spotted, it takes a quick, direct flight to snatch it mid-air or from foliage. After capturing the prey, it often returns to the same perch or a nearby one. Precision in flight is highly calculated and purposeful, designed for efficient prey capture or movement between feeding areas. Evasive flying: when startled, the Narina Trogon launches into a quick, direct flight to nearby dense foliage, where it can remain hidden. It rarely flies far but relies on its camouflage to evade predators. Silent flight: like other trogons, it flies silently, with minimal wing noise. This helps it remain inconspicuous in its environment. The Narina Trogon produces distinctive vocalizations, which play a crucial role in communication, especially during the breeding season and territorial displays. The main call is a soft, repetitive, resonant hooting sound often transcribed as hoo 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 or cow cow cow. The call is rhythmic and evenly spaced, with each note lasting about 1 second. It is often heard during the early morning or late afternoon when the bird is most active. Males may produce a more energetic version of the hooting sound during courtship to attract a mate. These calls are often accompanied by subtle movements, such as shifting positions to display their colorful plumage. Alarm calls, in the presence of predators or when startled, the Narina Trogon may emit a sharp, high-pitched whistle or chirp. These calls are less melodious and serve as warnings to others nearby. Sound characteristics: the calls are low-pitched and carry well in the dense forest, making them effective for long-distance communication. Despite their simplicity, the sounds are described as haunting and melancholic, contributing to the bird's enigmatic allure. Non-vocal sounds: though primarily vocal, the Narina Trogon's flight and wing movements are nearly silent, aiding in its stealthy behavior. Listening tips: the Narina Trogon's call can often reveal its presence in dense forests, even when the bird itself remains hidden. Listening carefully for its rhythmic hoots is one of the best ways to locate this elusive species. The Narina Trogon's calls, though subtle, are a key aspect of its communication and contribute to its mystique in the wild. Birdwatchers often rely on these distinctive hoots to spot this shy and secretive bird. A significant portion of the Narina Trogon's diet consists of insects, which are captured both in flight and from vegetation. Common prey includes caterpillars, grasshoppers, beetles, moths, spiders, and termites. Occasionally, the Narina Trogon preys on small reptiles, such as lizards and geckos. These are caught using quick, precise flights. Fruits form an essential part of its diet, especially when insect availability is low. Preferred fruits include wild figs, small berries, fruits of forest trees and shrubs. The bird typically perches quietly on a branch, scanning its surroundings for prey. Once prey is spotted, it launches a quick and accurate flight to snatch it mid-air, from foliage, or the ground. Fruits are plucked directly from trees and shrubs, while the bird hovers or perches nearby. The Narina Trogon swallows fruits whole, later regurgitating the seeds, contributing to seed dispersal. The breeding season varies geographically but typically aligns with the wet season when food is abundant. In southern Africa, breeding generally occurs between September and February. In other parts of its range, it may extend into different months depending on local climatic conditions. Males use their vibrant plumage to attract females, often positioning themselves in visible perches while calling softly. Courtship involves subtle movements, such as tail flicking or head bobbing, to showcase their striking colors. Males establish and defend breeding territories through vocalizations and occasional displays of aggression toward intruding males. Narina Trogons do not build traditional nests. Instead, they use natural cavities in trees or stumps. They may also utilize abandoned holes created by woodpeckers or barbets, as well as decayed wood that can be easily hollowed out. Nests are typically located at moderate heights, ensuring protection from ground predators. The nesting site is usually unlined or minimally prepared, with soft decayed wood or natural debris serving as bedding. A clutch typically consists of 2 to 4 eggs. The eggs are white or pale-colored, contrasting with the dark nesting cavity. Both parents participate in incubating the eggs, taking turns to ensure they are adequately warmed. Incubation lasts about 16 to 18 days. Chicks hatch helpless and without feathers, requiring constant care from both parents. Both parents feed the chicks a diet of insects and occasionally soft fruits. Prey is often delivered whole or partially broken down to make it easier for the chicks to swallow. The chicks fledge after about 3 to 4 weeks, though they remain dependent on their parents for food for some time after leaving the nest. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for even more viewing pleasure. Don't forget, like and comment. Feel free to share.